Welcome to Pregnancy Chat. I'm Monica, and today we are going to talk about the 3 stages of labor. But before we get started, I just want to invite you to learn more about your childbirth by visiting Pregnancy Chat or by clicking the link below to get access to our complete childbirth program. Okay, let's get started. I just want to give you a glimpse into the 3 stages of labor. Labor officially begins when you're having regular contractions and your cervix is 3 to 4 centimeters dilated. Anything before this point is considered to be pre-labor or the latent period. During pre-labor, your cervix softens and begins to dilate. You may experience irregular uterine contractions as your uterus prepares for labor. Though important, pre-labor is not one of the stages of labor, and your health care provider is unlikely to want to see you until you're in the first stage of labor. The first stage of labor dilates your cervix from 4 to 10 centimeters. This process can last on average anywhere from 6 to 20 hours for a first-time mother. As a general rule, the cervix is said to dilate 1 centimeter each hour during a first labor. For subsequent labors, the first stage usually lasts from 2 to 10 hours. These are just average time frames. The first stage is usually the longest of the 3 stages of labor. When your labor begins, your contractions will last around 45 to 60 seconds and will be occurring every 5 to 7 minutes. By the end of the first stage, your contractions will be longer, stronger, and more frequent, coming every 2 to 3 minutes. You should contact your healthcare provider when you enter the first stage of labor. You will be asked a few questions, and then your healthcare provider will decide what should happen next. As a general rule, when you are no longer able to talk through a contraction, and they're coming about every 5 minutes, they will advise you to travel to the hospital. If you've opted for a home birth, they will send someone out to you at this point. During the first stage of labor, you should first time it. Use a phone app or an old-fashioned pen and paper to record the timings of your contractions. This way you'll be able to see how far apart your contractions are. Ask your birth partner to record the information so that you can focus on your labor. Exercise. Gentle exercise such as a walk around the block or bouncing on a birth ball can help you manage any discomfort caused by the contractions. Stay upright. By staying upright, you can use gravity to your advantage. Try leaning, squatting, or sitting upright to help the baby travel down the birth canal. You can belly dance or use a simple rotation of the hips. This can help baby get into position. And breathe. Focus on your breathing and to use breathing techniques to stay calm during and between contractions. Transition is the final stage of the first stage of labor. During transition, your cervix dilates from 8 to 10 centimeters. This happens just before you reach the second stage. By this point, your contractions will be close together and very intense. They arrive every 2 to 3 minutes and last 60 to 90 seconds. For many, this is where the hard work truly begins. Some women report zoning out at this point and feeling completely focused on the contractions. There are a number of stress reactions that are not uncommon, such as nausea, vomiting, perspiring, shivering, and exhaustion. Some women lose all inhibitions and start to shout and swear and refuse even the slightest touch. Healthcare providers are trained to notice the signs of transition and will know how to help you keep going. You may feel an overwhelming urge to push during transition, but don't until your healthcare provider advises you to. Throughout the first stage, your healthcare provider will be monitoring your dilatation to see how your labor is progressing. Pushing before you're 10 centimeters dilated can cause complications. To stop yourself pushing during contractions, you can try breathing techniques such as puff and blow. Your healthcare provider or your birth partner will be able to talk you through useful breathing techniques to help you manage your contractions. The second stage of labor is also known as the pushing stage. Once you're at 10 centimeters dilated, it is time to start pushing to deliver the baby. This stage can last from just a few minutes to around 2 to 3 hours for the average labor. By the end of the second stage of labor, you will have met your baby. During transition, you will be fighting back the urge to push. All of a sudden, your healthcare provider will give you the green light and you'll be expected to start bearing down to deliver your baby. Contractions usually slow down during the second stage, giving you the chance to rest between pushes. Rather than one long push during a contraction, experts now advise giving a burst of shorter, repeated pushes. Some women count to 10 while pushing, then stop, and repeat this process until the contraction is over. With each contraction, you will be pushing your baby further down the birth canal. When you stop pushing, you may feel your baby move up again slightly. This can be frustrating, but it's a normal part of labor. Once your baby's head reaches the opening of the vagina, also known as crowning, you will feel a stinging or burning sensation. This is your skin stretching to accommodate your baby's head. At this point, you will be instructed to stop pushing. This is to give your skin time to stretch slowly. Try a series of short, rapid exhales to help you fight the urge to push. Once your baby has crowned, it may take a few more big pushes to get the head out. The shoulders and head then turn sideways to allow your baby's body to pass through safely through the birth canal. With just a few more pushes, you should meet your baby. During the second stage of labor, you should stay upright if possible. You should utilize gravity in labor. Standing, leaning, or squatting in an upright position can help your baby to travel down the birth canal. Bear down. When you are pushing during a contraction, slow, controlled pushing is best, as this allows the perineum to stretch gradually to prevent tears. Don't tense your face or shoulders. Just use your lower body muscles to their maximum capacity. Try to relax between contractions. Labor is hard work, but you're almost at the end. Breathing techniques can help to keep you calm during and between contractions. Ask your birth partner to help you with your breathing during this stage. If you feel uncomfortable, change position. Simply altering what you're doing can help to alleviate discomfort. Trust your body. Women have been giving birth for generations. Put your trust in Mother Nature and believe that you can do this. Feelings of anxiousness and fear can lead to longer labor times, so try to stay relaxed and confident throughout. Focus all your energy on pushing and not pushing when necessary. If your doctor or midwife wants you to hold off on pushing when you feel the urge, use the blow breathing. It's the kind of breath you use when you want to blow out a candle. By this point, you should be holding your newborn in your arms. You may be breastfeeding him, or perhaps you are just staring into his eyes, amazed at how beautiful he is. Whatever you're doing, chances are you've forgotten all about the third and final stage of labor. The third stage of labor is when you deliver the placenta, that amazing organ that took care of your developing baby in the womb. Once your body realizes you have delivered the baby, your uterus will begin to contract to dislodge the placenta from the uterine wall. Both skin-to-skin contact and breastfeeding can stimulate these contractions. As the uterus breaks away, the blood vessels in the uterine wall will seal to prevent bleeding. The physiological third stage. Some women choose to have a natural third stage, also known as a physiological third stage. This means waiting for the placenta to be delivered naturally, which could take between 15 minutes and 1 hour. Many parents choose to leave the umbilical cord intact during this phase and only cut and clamp it after the placenta has been delivered. A managed third stage. Well, for other women, post-labor exhaustion takes over and an oxytocin hormone injection is used to speed up the third stage. Women who choose a managed stage may have the umbilical cord clamped soon after birth, although they may choose to leave it intact longer if they wish. The umbilical cord pulses for about 10 minutes after the birth as blood travels between the placenta and the baby. Some women choose to keep the cord intact until after the pulsing has stopped. You should let your doctor know in advance what you would like to do during the third stage. You can include it in your birth plan, but keep an open mind because it's impossible to predict how you will feel on the day. During the third stage, you can get acquainted while you're waiting to deliver the placenta. You have an opportunity to get to know your baby. Chances are you'll be pretty overwhelmed at this point and completely in awe of the baby in your arms. Once the placenta is ready to be delivered, your healthcare provider may ask you to hand the baby over so you can focus on pushing. Now is the time for dad to start bonding with the baby. Skin to skin. If you were wearing a top during labor, now is the time to take it off. Hold your newborn baby against your chest and enjoy some skin to skin contact, as well as stimulating the uterine contractions necessary for the third stage. Skin to skin can regulate your baby's body temperature, encourage bonding, and have a positive effect on breastfeeding. Babies usually attempt their first feed within an hour of being born. You won't be producing milk yet, but your breasts will be producing colostrum, a thick milk filled with antibodies and immunities. Breastfeeding will stimulate the uterine contractions to dislodge the placenta. Your healthcare provider will advise you on the optimum position for breastfeeding and help baby to latch on. It may sound like an awful lot of hard work, but by the end of these 3 stages, you will feel a range of emotions: relief, excitement, even the disbelief that you are a mother. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the link below to sign up for Pregnancy Chat, where it's our mission to nurture you through your pregnancy and childbirth. If you know someone who might benefit from this video, please share it. And if you have any comments or questions, please post them below or post them at PregnancyChat.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Monica, and we'll see you next time at Pregnancy Chat.